Could you have summer depression? Did you even know there was such thing as summer depression? Well, there is. Do you have trouble sleeping? Do you feel restless or feel agitated as summer months come on? If so, you might have something called summer depression. Now, there are more symptoms than just those few, and I'm going to give you the other symptoms that sort of constitutes the diagnosis of summer depression, but I wanted to give you a sample of what symptoms could be involved in this. And first, I need to sort of back up and tell you about seasonal affective disorder, which you might have heard of. We often call that SAD, S-A-D, seasonal affective disorder. This is important to talk about because summer depression is a form of seasonal affective disorder. Now, you're probably already familiar with seasonal affective disorder, right? It's a type of depression that happens seasonally around the seasons. And the symptoms of seasonal affective disorder include symptoms that we associate with major depression, except these symptoms typically happen around the seasons, about 4 to 5 months per year, okay? Now, the thing about it is seasonal affective disorder can have kind of two types, right? For most people with seasonal affective disorder, winter is the problem. Winter pattern seasonal affective disorder or winter depression is the most common kind of seasonal affective disorder. You've probably heard about this, right? As we go into winter, right, what happens? We have shorter days, we have longer periods of darkness, we have colder weather, and this can trigger symptoms of depression. Often that goes away during the spring and summer. By the way, I have a video which focuses on this winter form of depression, part of seasonal affective disorder. If you want this, please DM me, let me know. But there's also a summer depression or summer pattern seasonal affective disorder as well, and that's what we're talking about today. This affects a smaller number of people than the winter pattern seasonal affective disorder, so keep that in mind. Now, with both winter and summer forms of seasonal affective disorder, you typically get symptoms that we associate with major depression. You say, well, what are those symptoms? Well, things like you feel depressed. You might not have interest in the activities you used to. You might have changes in your appetite or weight. You might have problems with sleep. You might feel sluggish or agitated, have low energy, feel hopeless, worthless, problems concentrating. You might even have thoughts about death or suicide, okay? Any or all of those symptoms can be associated and are associated with the winter and summer types of seasonal affective disorder. The difference, though, is that each of those forms has additional symptoms that are possible on top of it. And because we are focusing on the summer type of seasonal affective disorder, summer depression, I wanted to bring to light those particular symptoms that you might in particular feel, potentially in addition to the ones I just mentioned, okay? So people who have summer depression, and again, this is sort of a depression that happens in the summer months. And sometimes it can seem really counterintuitive to people because they say, gosh, it's summer, the weather is warmer, the days are longer, I should be feeling good. So it can be paradoxical in this way. But people can have this condition, and the symptoms they may have can include things like trouble sleeping or insomnia. You just can't sleep, or a poor appetite, which could lead to weight loss, feeling restless, being agitated, kind of wound up, feeling anxious. Even episodes of violent behavior are associated in some people with summer depression, okay? Guys, it's really important to sort of keep this in mind. The point of this video, and I know this was a lot of information, but the point of this video is to remind you and let you know that, yes, our mood can change based on the seasons. And it's not just winter season that can bring on sad or depression symptoms. That is the most common type of seasonal affective disorder, but there is a form called summer depression. Some people get depressed in the summer and have specific changes related to summer depression, the ones I just mentioned, potentially on top of major depression symptoms. If this sounds like you, if when the weather gets nicer, when the days get longer, if it gets warmer and you are feeling worse, this is something you want to think about and talk to your doctor about. Now, the good thing is there are potential treatments. Just as we have treatments for major depression, which is separate to this discussion, there are treatments for other mental health conditions, but also seasonal affective disorder, the winter type and the summer type, which is the focus of today's video. Treatments may include things like medications, therapy, cognitive behavioral therapy, talk therapy, etc. There may be other modality treatments that your doctor implores as well, but just understand that there's treatments available. The most important thing is to know that if you're not feeling right when the weather changes, number one, you're not alone. Number two, there really may be something to that. And seasonal affective disorder is not just only when it gets cold and dark outside. Most people have that type of seasonal affective disorder, yes, but it's not just then. It can also happen in a smaller percentage of people when it gets really nice outside, when the weather becomes great, warm, and sunny. So keep that in mind. Let me know your thoughts, okay? Let me know what your experiences are. Sometimes what you write in the comments helps other people. I'm Dr. Jen Caudle, practicing family physician, on-air health expert, and video creator. I do daily videos and all sorts of stuff on Facebook. Please like and follow my page. For those of you who send stars, I respond personally. Also, consider joining my exclusive groups for my subscription groups for exclusive content on YouTube. Please subscribe to my channel. Click the little bell for updates, guys. I'm Dr. Jen. Oh, by the way, go to my website, drjencaudle.com, for exclusive offerings and all sorts of stuff, my newsletter, you name it. All right, guys, I'm Dr. Jen. Stay healthy, take care of yourself, pay attention to symptoms, and if anything is going on that you need to get checked out, please get it checked out.